I need to figure out a way to patch up this hole. You can see this area looks pretty good, obviously, compared to that. I wanted to show you something, guys. What do you think I should do here? I'm back for today, and the promises that I made last week about finishing, gapping and sanding and painting the ceiling went out the window. By the end of the week, I just got so tired, so I decided to spend my Sunday doing nothing. But I'm gonna continue with everything today. I sanded a little bit, but not everything that I was expecting, and I did patch up the holes though, so that's a plus. So for today, what the plan is, I need to sand all of these holes. I should really calm down with the amount of nails that I use, because it just seems, I think it's way overwhelming. So let's start sanding. So this area of the door is done, and what I did was I kind of went with a bit of an overkill, and I used the 120 grit to get rid of these things like the patching. So now, because this is MDF and it's like that furry feeling, now I'm going through with a 240 grit just to smooth it out nicely, and then I'll start on this door. But for some reason, I have no idea what I was thinking, but I ended up forgetting to patch up how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these joints. So I have no idea what I was thinking. So I think after I do this, I'll patch those up, and then I'll continue with sanding. So hopefully it dries pretty quickly. Yeah. I wanted to show you something, guys. What do you think I should do here? Now, this side of the skirting board, I know it's a little bit hard to see because it's sanded and so forth, but that's perfect, right? It is, I think this was 11 or 18, I can't even remember the thickness, but that sits in nicely. But the door frame, maybe I'll zoom out a little bit. But sorry, the wardrobe frame is thinner than the other frame by the looks of it. I don't know if it was meant to be thinner or it just kind of sunk in, but I've got this area here and this sticks out, and it probably sticks out by 1/2 centimeter. So now I really don't know what I should do here. My thoughts was leave it as it is, because there's nothing really that I could have done unless I cut thinner in there, or unless I got the thinner skirting board, but then it wouldn't match up there. Or my thoughts are to give it a bit of a sand here, but obviously not all the way in, just a bit, to be able to see if we can improve it a little bit. So maybe I'll give that a go, but if anyone has like better ideas, please let me know. Okay, so I've made it not as noticeable. So I've put in a bit of a wave in, especially at the top. But I think you're going to be able to see it better when it's all painted, because that's going to be white and that's going to be white. So I don't think it's going to be overly noticeable. Let's keep on going with the rest. Prepping is semi-done. Now it's time to vacuum and clean up. I still have to do some gapping, which is the big gapping there on that side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 of those things there. But I think I'm going to do that after I clean, because my next job after that is going to be to prep the windows, and I'm going to be, no, not prep, priming. Prime the windows. Everything that you see that's pinky in this wardrobe door, I'm gonna prime. I also have some staining on the roof area. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to prime the roof as well. And then I will prime, what else am I gonna prime? I'm gonna prime these patches that I've done. But I think I'm getting way ahead of myself. Vacuum and then clean everything. So I've got a mop, I've got a cloth, I've got sugar soap. Let's get to that now. This vacuum is amazing. I wouldn't advise doing any sanding straight on top of the carpet, because I'm sure it just gets into the carpet and everything, but I figured that if I do put a cloth over the top, that's going to be just as hard as well, because I can't vacuum over the top of the cloth. So I'm going to have to gather it all up and then take it outside, which also means that I'll have to do multiple trips. So the only reason that I ended up doing it like this was because I knew that I had the Miele vacuum, and it sucks up anything. Like, it's amazing on cars and everything like that. I'll post it for you in case someone's looking for a new vacuum. It's the cat and dog one. Perfect. Now, second thing that I'm about to do, well, my next thing that I'm about to do is wash everything. So what I'm gonna do, I will start with one wall at a time, move on, and that'll be the prep work done, and then we can get on gapping and painting. Okay, let's start with this one. I've got my wet cloth for this part, and then I'll do the mop for the other part of the wall. Gross. Now we mop the wall. Oh my gosh, check this out. So I was wiping these panels with the wet cloth, and I just gave it like a proper wipe. There was no scrubbing, and check it out. Now I've made holes again where the holes were. So in a couple of these, I stopped at that point, I'm pretty sure, so I don't have to worry about these ones because I didn't do it with a wet cloth. So I'm going to have to repatch these ones. Luckily, there's not that many to do, but still. So note to self, if you're going to use wood filler, I guess just dry wipe it. Don't use a wet cloth. Okay. So everything's been cleaned. I need to figure out a way to patch up this hole. This might be a two job thing, I'm guessing, maybe. Maybe I do it first. Maybe I have to do like the first coat or whatever you call it, and then a second one after this. I'm not really sure because I've never gapped anything such a big gap. So I've got this. Now I'm just going to check whether this or a wet finger would be better. So that's what I've done so far, and I know it's super gappy, but I'm going to wait for it to dry up. And after it dries up, I'm going to do a second coat, and then I'll give it a sand. You can see this area looks pretty good, obviously, compared to that. It's still not perfect, but after another coat, I'm going to try keep it the same level, if that makes any sense. So when I sand it, you won't be able to notice it. I'm off to pick up my kids from school. I'm going to come back later on and I'm going to continue with 2 little ones as well. So I really am determined to get this going and finish it up. So I'll see you soon.
Mama, Teddy!
It's alright. I don't know what that dude's doing.
Teddy's now. Come on.
Smack Bella? No, you don't need to smack, baby. There's no smacking. Can you go without smacking? Very bad job here. Where are you going? Smack. Don't smack your sister. No smacking. Tenny? No smacking. Tenny? I feel like this is the worst paint job I've ever done in my life. So this is literally the end of this week. The things that I got a chance to do this week was gap and sand and prime 2 windows. I think I completely underestimated the amount of time it was going to take me to gap and sand and get things ready, and I'm not even ready at that point because I still have holes there that I need to fix up. And I'm pretty sure some of those patches need to be redone again because I can see a bit of a dent in. But I know I was meant to finish up this week, but there is no way that it's going to be done. So unfortunately, this part 2 of 2 video is going to be most likely part 2 of 3 because I just can't get it together. So I'll see you next week, which will hopefully be the finished room.